Okay, so good day everyone. So now let's proceed to my topic. So my topic is reading method and distance learning. So later is iko na siya ang distance learning. So first is reading method. So reading method is focus on developing students' literacy skills through structured activities. So first we have phonics. So phonics is relationship between letters and sound essential for early literacy development. So in phonics is it teaches students how to connect literacy and sounds. Is halimbawa is itinuturo ng guro ang tunog ng bawat letra, tulad ng punimang ba sa salitang bahay at punimang a naman sa salitang aso. So next is slight words. So slight word is recognizing words by sight without sounding them out, builds fluency. So in slight words is help them quickly recognize frequently used words. So halimbawa is kinikilala agad ng mga bata ang salitang ako, ikaw, sila nang hindi na kailangan baybayin. So next is vocabulary development. So in vocabulary development is expanding word knowledge to improve comprehension. So in vocabulary development is enhances comprehension by expanding the range of words students understand. So halimbawa, matututo ang mga estudyante ng bagong salita araw-araw tulad ng malaya at katapatan upang mas maintindihan nila ang kanilang binabasa. So next is shared reading. So in shared reading is a teacher reads aloud, students follow along, listening and comprehension skills. So in shared reading, so a teacher reads aloud while students follow along, promoting comprehension. Okay, so halimbawa is binabasa ng guro ng malakas ang kwento habang nakikinig ang mga estudyante sa libro. Habang nakikinig at sumusunod ang mga estudyante sa libro. Yun ang shared reading. So in independent, next is independent reading. So independent reading is students read on their own, fosters autonomy and practice. So in the independent reading is give students opportunity to practice on their own, building confidence and fluency. So halimbawa, ipinalalabas ng guro ang mga estudyante ng libro para basahin sa kanilang sariling oras. So next is last is guided reading. So in guided reading is small group reading with teacher support, tailored reading levels. So in guided reading, so it involves small groups with teacher support, tailored to individual reading levels for more focused instruction. So halimbawa, ang guro ang nagtuturo sa maliit na pangkat ng mga estudyante at tinutulungan silang maintindihan ang binabasa. So yun. So each of this methods serves different learning needs and can be adapted depending on the role of reading instruction. Okay, so now let's proceed to the advantages and disadvantages of reading method. So first is advantages of number one is improves vocabulary. So improves vocabulary is reading introduces new words. So for example, reading a science article can introduce students to terms like photosynthesis or ecosystem. So next is promotes independence. So promotes independence is student learn on their own. So in this independence is for example, a student can read a book at their own pace, building confidence and fluency. Building confidence in learning alone. So number 3 is enhances critical thinking. So enhances critical thinking is reading encourages deeper analysis. So the example of this is a student reading a mystery novel might analyze clues to predict the ending. Okay, so now let's move to the disadvantages. So in this disadvantages is first is may not engage all. So not all students enjoy reading alone. So for example, so the example of this is some students, like those who prepare hands-on activities, may find reading less interesting. So number 2 is difficult for some. In difficult for some is struggling readers may feel discouraged. So for instance, a student with reading difficulties may struggle to understand a complex text. So yun. Okay, so the last is rest of misunderstanding. So in risk of misunderstanding is without guidance, student might misinterpret information. Okay, so for example, without a teacher's help, a student reading about historical events might misinterpret the context. So, yun. So now let's move to the distance learning. So distance learning is an educational process where students engage in learning remotely, typically through online platforms rather than in traditional classroom setting. So there are 6 types of distance learning. So first is synchronous learning. So synchronous learning, so real-time interaction. Is it refers to real-time live instruction where students and instructors interact simultaneously, much like in traditional classroom. So this method often uses tools like video conferencing platforms. Example is Zoom, Google Meet, that allows students to join a virtual classroom at a scheduled time. Okay, so next is asynchronous learning. So asynchronous learning, so self-paced learning. So in asynchronous learning, so it allows students to access course materials, recorded lectures, and assignments at their convenience. So there is no set class time, which makes this form of distance learning high flexible. So next is LMS. So LMS is stands for Learning Management System. So Learning Management System is platforms for organizing, delivering, and tracking educational content. So in LMS is it serves as the central hub for distance learning, where students can access all their learning materials, submit assignments, take quizzes, and track their progress. So this system allow for both synchronous and asynchronous activities. So next is virtual classroom. So virtual classroom is online environment for live teachers, allows for student and teachers interaction remotely. So in virtual classroom, so this classroom provides features like video conferencing, chat rooms, and whiteboards that simulate in physical classroom. So student can participate raising their hands virtually. Okay, so next is blended learning. So in blended learning is combines in-person and online learning, offers flexibility and personalization. In blended learning, so a student might attend in-person classes on certain days and complete the rest of their coursework online. So it is online learning with face-to-face instruction. Yun ang blended learning. So last is self-discipline. So self-discipline is key for success in distance learning. Students need to manage your time and stay motivated. So in self-discipline, so one of the most important factor for success in distance learning is self-discipline. Without the structure of physical classroom, students must manage their time effectively, set personal deadline, and stay motivated to complete tasks on their own. Okay, so each type of distance learning can be chosen based on the needs and flexibility required by students and institution. Okay, so now let's move to the advantages and disadvantages of distance learning. Okay, so advantages is first is flexibility and convenience. So students learn on their own schedule from anywhere with internet access. So for example, a working parent takes evening classes to advance their career. So number 2 is cost effectiveness. So cost effectiveness is lower cost compared to traditional education, saving on travel, housing, and on-campus fees. So for example, a rural students avoids expensive relocation to study at a distant university. So next is enhanced accessibility. So enhanced accessibility is education reaches those in isolated areas or with disabilities who struggle with traditional learning. Okay, so in this so the example of this is a student in a remote village can access courses from a prestigious university. Okay, so yun ang advantages of distance learning. So now let's move to the disadvantages of distance learning. So first is difficulty staying motivated. So self-discipline is crucial as the lack of structured classroom environment can make it hard to stay on track. Okay, so for example, a student might struggle to stick to a study schedule and complete assignments on time without external pressure. So number 2 is difficulty interacting with peers. So building relationships with classmate and fostering a sense of community can be challenging in online environments. So, for example, a student might a student might feel isolated and miss the social aspect of traditional learning. Okay, so the number three is difficulty getting immediate feedback. So, more than last of disadvantages. So, this number three is feedback on assignments might be delayed, hindering timely learning from mistakes. So, the example of this is a student might have to wait several days for feedback on assignments, so impacting their learning progress. So, yun. So, this distance learning. Okay, so thank you everyone for listening, and I will give the floor and for I will give for continuation to Teacher Darrell.